It's okay. Off your mic. It's okay. Off your mic.
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don off mic, and if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call am hate speech. But fear not, Mayegun don come. Him go torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we loud, oh, yo. Mayegun don come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. Mayegun don come, oh, yo. Mayegun don come, man of the masses, oh, yo. Mayegun don come, oh, yo. Mayegun diary politico, yo. Mayegun don come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. Mayegun don come, oh, yo. And in the touchlight every corner, oh, yo. Mayegun don come, oh, yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Nah. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Sure. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power over naira. Still them talk say make we off mind, but thank God say Mayegun don come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo. Mayegun don come, oh, yo. My people make we shout, oh, yo. Mayegun don come, oh, yo. Mayegun don come, man of the masses, oh, yo. Mayegun don come, oh, yo. Mayegun diary politico, oh, yo. Mayegun don come, oh, yo. This one not the off in mind, oh, yo. Mayegun don come, oh, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you loud, oh, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo. My people make you shout, oh, yo. Mayegun don't come, oh, yo. Mayegun don come, man of the masses, oh, yo. Mayegun don come, oh, yo. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Bó bá ṣe eré, àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré, wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Mayegun diary, diary politico. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary, Mayegun number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. àní ẹ̀sùn lájú.
Máyégún ti dé.
Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn lájú.
Máyégún ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn lájú.
Máyégún ti dé.
Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn lájú.
Máyégún ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Máyégún máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn lájú.
Máyégún ti dé.
So good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you're joining us. It is Máyégún live. So thank you so much for joining me. Remember, after reading the caption of the broadcast, please read the description as well, okay? Then like the broadcast. Hear it. Invite your friends, invite your not so friendly friends, and tell them all that Máyégún today, Máyégún is live. So just before we get fully into this, I want to quickly experiment something, because I have noticed that some of us actually complains about the audio. That means my voice, going back or high, low, something like that. I don't know. So you need to please let me know, because mostly my voice becomes somehow louder when I move forward, when I lean forward, right? Because that's multiple mic. I've got a microphone closer to me enough that you should still be hearing me. So let me know if this is general, so I can indeed do something about that. It is something that is not expected. We have a lot of us who indeed experience that. Then it becomes a problem, right? So I will read the comments and I will react accordingly. So tonight, brethren, in the temple of truth, the rider for the broadcaster tonight is that of thiefnubu and Werey Wike on one side, and then Peter Obi and his Obidients on the other side. And it should really be interesting. Depends on how some of you will probably take it. Okay, so let's start with that of thiefnubu. Werey Wike is commissioning this building, which is the newly renovated International Conference Center in Abuja. So it was built in 1991 it was built for 250 or so million naira. That was a long time ago. So Werey Wike renovated that building and some other adjoining buildings like the attached buildings to the whole area for 39 billion naira. The last time you heard them of spending that kind of money was when the same Werey Wike completed the vice president's house with 21 billion naira. So it was also another opportunity for them to, praise themselves because they are doing so well. And in the gathering where the usual praise singing, ass licking is the order of the day. So you should expect who said what and why. But I'm going to take you there, all right? Because Werey Wike renamed the building. This is another pattern of a fascist. You see, they are the real fascists, but fascists that calling others the same, right? So thiefnubu is using Nigeria's public fund to renovate buildings, renovate roads, and then rename them after himself. Now, that's not Nemo. That's pretty much on these psychopaths around him. 39 billion naira. Do you know how many schools that can actually really bring back to life, modernize and all that? Well, we are starting from that tonight, okay? So, Werey Wike was in Rivers, he was in Port Harcourt, I heard, over the weekend. So he had to rush back to Abuja himself for this occasion to mark thiefnubu's second term. That's what they are still kind of marking, by the way. And then Koolu too returned back to Abuja from his own Salah break. So both met in Abuja with others. And I'm going to take you to Abuja, but before that, this was when Koolu left Lagos. You see all of their private jets parked in the presidential wing of Abuja Airport. So for the record, right, the office of the president, or should I say the presidency of Nigeria, they have a total of 13 aircrafts. Okay, so they have some that like of different sizes, by the way, and modernized and other stuff. So then they have 2 shoppers plus that. So I think it's 10 aircraft, 3 shoppers. And that is why almost all of them sort of have their own presidential jets. So Koolu is flying in one, Rat is flying in one, Remi Werepe, Hitman is flying in one, Apabiole is in one, Apas is in one, and and others also. Like it was like the same way it was in the time of Buhari, so don't fret. But you saw that in that video. So Werey Wike too, I believe, had to rush back to Abuja as well from Port Harcourt, the same commissioning. This was Werey Wike in Rivers, Port Harcourt. They went on to entertain themselves. The event, the first show was to take Tinubu on a tour of the 39 billion naira all for his own assessment, I believe. This was happening.
His Excellency is currently carrying out a tour of the newly minted Bola Ahmed Tinubu International Conference Center.
Right. So that was, should we say that was the start? And I saw some of you who noticed with the weakest convoy. I don't even want to talk about that. Just leave that for the side as for now, all right? Because somehow, with the Wike kind of feels like he's a governor of a state that lives or moves like a president of a country. You see, that's pretty much like the smallest of his convoy. And it's because that one is just the convoy they used in like bringing him from the airport. When it comes from Abuja, they'll bring him from the airport to his house, and they'll take him to the airport. That one is just for that place. So it's a different convoy in Abuja. In case you're interested in his choice of cars. He's the only guy who publicly drove a Rolls Royce, the minister. So billions, and I mean, he's also the only minister whose budget is like that of a state. His budget runs into trillions. No kidding. Trillions under this with the Wike. So he's got so much money. Enough that, Baba, don't rush. There is still more. So we'll finish this Abuja part first, okay? There is more from this same guy. Maybe some more for you too, right? It was Akwabiole that opened the floor. And of course, you know what to expect. Heart leaking, extraordinaire. Akwabiole, if you don't mind.
Nigeria.
President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. The Deputy Senate President, my brother Barao Jibrin, the marvelous and performing Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, and his Minister of State, Right Honorable Werey Wike, judging from the way you address. I can say, let me respect other protocols. Mr. President, in law, we say res ipsa loquitur. The act speaks for itself. So there is no need to make any speech on a day like this. But I want to give a background, a little background, to why we are here. We came last year to inaugurate the first sitting of ECOWAS Parliament. Parliamentarians came from all parts of West Africa. It was a monumental embarrassment. We managed to get a small generator working. This place was dark. This place was in a total state of disrepair. And you were shocked. You turned to me and said, is this what we are showcasing to West Africa? And then the minister came and said, I didn't know it was like this. Right there, he vowed to you that next time you set your feet in this international conference center, that the story will be different. So, Mr. President, I'll leave it to you to say your observation. But permit me to commend the Honorable Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, my dear brother, Werey Wike, and his team. I don't know which contractor handled this, but I can imagine it must be the usual General Beja. I'm just guessing, because I saw their quality when I entered. Mr. President, the renovation, the rehabilitation, and the transformation that we are witnessing in ICC is what you are bringing to this country, whether people like it or not. The Nigerian Parliament is very proud of you. We are proud of the fact that we do the budgeting, we give the approvals, and you do the execution. But you have put on your thinking cap, and you are very determined to leave Nigeria better than you met it. It starts from here. I said it before in Lagos, and I will repeat myself, that a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step, and that is the step we are taking here. Mr. President, congratulations to you. And I must congratulate the Minister of FCT, the Minister of State, and the entire team for the wisdom of realizing that a befitting place like this, after being transformed, should be named after the transformational leader that Nigeria has today, Bola Ahmed Tinubu International Conference Center. I understand that you have also honored the Nigerian Parliament, that one of the halls is named after another transformative Senate President, in the person of Senator Grassroots Abia GCON. May I tell you, we are very appreciative. The Parliament is appreciative. There is also another hall that is named after His Excellency Tajuddin Abbas, GCON, the Speaker of the House of Representatives. And then just beside him is another hall that is named after the current Chief Justice of Nigeria, our dear sister Kekereekun, GCON. What are you trying to imply? You are trying to say that the Trinity, the executive, the parliament, and the judiciary are working together for the total transformation of Nigeria under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and for this I say thank you to you. That ends my speech, Mr. President. Congratulations, congratulations, and congratulations.
Nuisance Lele.
Akabiole. So he was the one who opened the floor. I told you it is like, they call it epoch moment. What they call it? Epoch occasion, where these rogues praises themselves, like they praises themselves. Sometimes when you listen to them, you're like, are you in an alternative world? Or are they the ones living in an alternative world? They are still living with you. They have created their own world. And if you don't agree with that, it is because you don't like progress. They have redefined what is progress and what is progressive. Sure, you get now. So therefore, it is in their own definition that you have to accept whatever it is that they call progressive. Praise singing and all that. They are working hand in hand. It is called establishment. Listen to that of Werey Wike. In case if you think Apabiole is cringy, Werey Wike.
Time is not on the side, but it's important for the public to understand and to know why today this is called Bola Ahmed Tinubu International Conference. This conference was built in 1991 under the military government. Since that time, nothing has happened to this international conference. Last year, sometime July, August, you came here to inaugurate the ECOWAS Parliament. It was an embarrassment for a country to have this as an international conference then. And you said, how can we have this as an international conference? That showed leadership. And you said, look, next time you want to come here, you want to see a different international conference. Within 8 months, Mr. President, this is what we have. And I think that without your leadership, it wouldn't have been possible. You are not the only president who have come here. So many presidents have come here. Nobody has said, this is not what Nigeria needs. But because of your leadership, you gave a marching order, this is not the quality to show that Nigeria is a giant of Africa. Today, this Bola Ahmed Tinubu International Conference can match any other international conference. And I appeal, Mr. President, because I know pressure will come. How do we sustain this? I want to let everybody know. Whether you're a ministry, whether you're an agency, you want to use this, you have to pay something. You have to pay. That's the only way it can be sustained. Nothing like my brother, my sister is going to have wedding. If you want to use a place like this, such a beautiful place, then you must drop something. This was being handled for a politician. A politician, they gave it to a politician, and he killed the place. And when we tried to do what, the politician had to go to court to stop us from carrying out this infrastructure we have seen today. So, if you are not the kind of person who would have not done this work, pressure came left, right, and center. You said, go ahead and rehabilitate that place. And we thank God for showing that leadership. And that's what we have always said. Our problem is leadership. When you have the right leadership, things will get done. And this is what you have shown today. Mr. President, I thank you. And in doing that, because National Assembly has also supported us, I told you as we are inspecting the project, at the back we have 2 halls. We have to remember those who have also supported FCT. National Assembly is one such arm of government. So we have named one hall, Jurigent Abbas Hall. We have named Gossel Ababi Hall. And your vice president, we have named one of these halls to your vice president. And then the CJN, we have also named one of the halls against the name of the CJN. At least let the 3 arms of government work together. So I just said that since it is the property under you and the building is under you, let these people have small names in those, but let them know that it is under Bola Ahmed Tinubu International Conference. Thank you. Mr. President, I hereby invite you to talk to us.
Nigeria to finish. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the conference center that Werey Wike renovated with 39 billion naira. And as he said, it can now compete with any international conference in the world. And that, to the name of thiefnubu, Apabiole, and the rest of them. I don't know mean, I don't know how you see it. To build a public institution or renovate public institution or property, then rename them after yourself. Is that not really kind of sociopathic, like narcissistic, abi what they call it? You know, when you kind of, you love self-glorification a lot, and people around you understands that very well. And everything they have to do, they just have to present you as this supreme leader who's, I couldn't have done it if not for you, sir. I know that people are pressuring you that we shouldn't do this place. Like, as a government, it is typical in that contraption for politicians to tell you, some people didn't want us to do this, some people did it, well, it's because, you know. Anyway, it was Koolu's turn. And here is what Koolu said in defense of Werey Wike, by the way. All right. So he said Werey Wike shouldn't listen to all these busybodies. I don't know who he's referring to.
And I'm glad in this week you are reflecting that. Don't pay attention to the busybody and the bystanders. Whatever they say, continue with your good work. You are a transformational leader. You have the foresight, the vision, and determination to succeed. Thank you very, very much. When I attended the conference of ECOWAS Parliament here, it was a very dirty, disorganized, inhabitable environment. Aside from the side talk with the Senate President, I turned to Wike. I said, but this conference center is not reflecting who we are. Have we sunk this low? He said, no. But bear with us. We will do whatever we can do to transform the place. You won't come back to find it in a dilapidated, uninhabitable situation that it is. And today I am very, very happy. Our Nigerian first. I thank all of you. Eugene Abu, I thank you too. For being a reflection of quality in media space. Thank you very much. Today, I say once again to all of you, Baraka Salam. And you must obey what the landlord says. You want to use this place? You got to pay for it.
Chicago slang, Neil. You want to use this place? You gotta pay for it. You want to use my gear? You gotta pay for it. You want to buy my gear? I mean, you want to. I know that's what I had in my head when I kind of like I spoke like that. Conference center, ladies and gentlemen, the same conference center that this same thiefnubu, when Bokwari was there, they still held their APC, Egbekegbe gathering there, the same conference center. But suddenly is dilapidated, is inhabitable, and it needed 39 billion naira. You know, and this is going to bring investors to Nigeria so they can come and organize their meeting inside this place. You know, Nigeria, you know, international. Everybody can come there. We can bring FIFA meeting, United Nations meeting, ECOWAS meeting, you know, bring out all of them here. And that's enough to better the economy of the contraption led by a druggie. It's all messed up. It's worse than that, all right? The same way the Wike, right? I think it was yesterday, Monday. He called all the PDP, the people he called the PDP stakeholders. He invited all of them to Abuja. He's got money. You don't understand. They have money, and they believe that, you know, with the level of hardship in that contraption today, you can always have enough Nigerians, you know, in massive supply for anything if you can pay, of course. So, he gathered. Why did he call PDP stakeholders? PDP, no, he called them concerned PDP members. So he invited all of them to Abuja to discuss this PDP, you know, dilemma. Now, Werey Wike, in his own note, he said, we will not let vampires take over PDP. And it's the same Werey Wike who was in a media chat a few days ago, said Werey Wike will be leading thiefnubu's 2027 presidential re-election campaign as his, you know, as his minister. The same way the Wike is calling PDP, concerned PDP meeting, and is now mandating the PDP that they must zone their presidential tickets to the south. And the meeting is all about, we don't want vultures. Sorry, you didn't use vultures, vampires. We don't want vampires to take over their PDP. So that's why he called the meeting, and they have to do something to make sure that vampires don't take over PDP. I don't understand. Babashe, I don't understand. Right? And I'm supposed to understand, though. Not that I don't understand, but I'm trying to understand the motivation that makes him still see himself, right, as, you know, as the right person, right, to present himself as a PDP leader that is working for an APC president. And he will work for, but at the same time, you are mandating your party that they must zone their ticket. I don't understand. Is it to zone it so that the ticket holder can now endorse thiefnubu? Because what I have been told is that as you are hearing coalition, this and that, Baba, you like say the whole thing, you get what I mean? But again, somebody like myself pick information from everywhere, piece of it here and there, genuine ones. So, and you can piece them together and be able to, you know, make a bit of a projection. And we're going to get to that part tonight, right? So I've been trying to kind of like logically to try to understand this, but logically I don't understand. But illogically, in the Nigeria way where you have to turn things upside down, there are people who are saying that Werey Wike is fighting a just cause. I don't understand. Right? So according to Werey Wike, they would ensure, right, that PDP zone their ticket to the south so that a southerner can be their candidate. Now, my own question is, okay, if a southerner becomes their candidate, does that mean that Werey Wike will be fine? And the southern presidential candidate of PDP will be up against thiefnubu. So which means when PDP zone their ticket to the south, as Werey Wike is demanding, don't get me wrong, I don't have any business in all of that. I'm just trying to kind of see through this vicious characters, these rogues, and those who admire them. If you are one of them, maybe you can try. And that's a very big job for so many Nigerians, right? To think. Thinking is a serious job that many Nigerians are being so poor that the only thought they have is how to get the next food. So you see all this one, where they do? It's like I'm doing mental gymnastic. Not many people interested. All right? But see, reason now with me, okay? Werey Wike wants PDP. The reason why he's angry with the PDP is because they gave ticket to Atiku, who shortchanged Werey Wike by beating him, right? And Werey Wike has been mad since then. Now, Werey Wike came back to say, okay, you know what? The only solution for PDP not to die is for PDP to bring a Southerner as their candidates. That's one. The same way we can say, of course, what do you expect? I'm going to lead the campaign for Tinubu's re-election in 2027, which is APC. So does that then mean that even if PDP zone their ticket to the South, pick a Southern presidential candidate, Wike will still work against them? Reasonable. But listen to this first. I'm coming back. Maybe when you hear this, you can possibly process what I just said, okay? Because I've been trying to kind of like figure it out, like, you know. But here, with a Wike.
If the people had listened to what you said, would have done that way. I will continue to stand to the party, let the constitution of the party, let the constitution of Nigeria be respected and all the laws. That as an opposition party, we cannot continue to act on impunity. No opposition party in this world survives.
We said we cannot close our eyes. We have to do something. To go on us, party chairman of the states, board of trustees, National Assembly, Senator House of Rep, House of Assembly, Council chairman, wherever applicable. One of us. As you see today, people have lost Enugu State. People have lost Abia State. People have lost Abia State. I don't know where in River State, where they belong, where they live. I don't know where they are. So, and as a serious party, you have only had, I see things that happen like this. And every day, you don't want to do what is right. Impunity. No political party allows impunity. You can't survive it. So, I have told my friends, my colleagues, my faith is in my hand. So also their faith in their hand. We must have to say, should do about this. Or take appropriate action that will make our party not to die.
So they call him a strong man. Ronukus loves him so much. You know what I mean? Because he's doing one job. Some of you think thiefnubu is rewarding Werey Wike so that he can still use Werey Wike later in 2027. Like some, maybe you are right, all right? But the real job that Werey Wike is doing, okay, is to ensure that PDP, if they are not dead by 2027, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. So it's a job. And he's doing it very well. Those who sat in that same room with him, they are supposed to be PDP members from all over Nigeria, concerned PDP. And you know something, when I was still in Nigeria, I do understand how they do all these things. It's always like, in their PDP, they'll say, there is a PDP Atiku faction. There is a Wike faction. You know how kind of how penetrative they can be. Wike is from Rivers State, as a former governor of Rivers. All right. You see, when they do the Atiku is from Adamawa. But you know something? That their factional stuff, PDP this, PDP that, have been APC this and that. You get, especially PDP. That factional that you are saying, it go reach ward level. It go reach ward 4, Udo-Bolu local government area. Ward 4, my own ward in Udo-Bolu. You'll be wondering. It's a small message. See, some people came, they said they are, they are the unity group. Some may call themselves revival group. They have different names they will call themselves, but you will know that this ones they call unity group. Now the wicked people, they get money. Every time they send something from the top, that's the way they discuss. They say, did they send anything from the top to us? They say, now only the unity group, they collect money. The revival, survivor group, now thief group, they know to they collect money. So at that small world level, in house, in town, you get all over Nigeria, all over the country. You will be surprised if Atif could say, I'm calling PDP. You may see thousands of them. They will pay their transportation. They will send money from everywhere. To the world level, they will require the number of people they want and where they want them. They will bust them down there. You will see the crowd. They are all PDP. When Werey Wike call his own unity group, you will see the crowd. It's all about, and they all have the money. Now, Werey Wike is still active, washing hot. You get what I mean? His job is to ensure that PDP no go settle by 2027, or 2026 next year. Even the carcass of PDP, some of you won't want to touch it. And that's why some people are saying that if you look at the political space, those who have the impression or those who have this belief that your 2027 is going to your 2027 is not going to be the business as usual. It is going to be thiefnubu, the establishment, thiefnubu and his friends versus the people. I wish you well, because I'm going to talk about you soon. So those of you who are the active Ronukus right now, those of you that we all clash on this street, this global space, right? Simply because we were screaming, we were crying, right? On the top of our lungs that APC, Ebekebe, is the weapon fashioned against you. Even if you are supporting them, you are not spared. Everybody is going to pay. You were there to attack us, troll us, gaslight us, blackmail us, say things just to defend these rogues. The thiefnubu came. You have continued the same tradition. See, me, I don't get any tiny drop of hate in my blood. When I have to, that's why I coined all these names. For some of you, Koolu Commissioned fanis. But if you remove your accursed sort of like emotion, so to say, right? If you take that out of the whole equation, you will realize that what I say affects you too. Or what they do affects you too. You get what I mean? And I am here to remind you that if you are supporting them and you are watching them destroy the supposed, main fabric of a society, which is, empathetic leadership, people who really cares, who knows that when money is meant to be spent on healthcare, there are millions of people who are going to affect or benefit from that. And the failure to put that in place, there are millions that will be affected too, including their supporters. Remember Jesus Tega. If you don't, right, I will remind you, don't worry. So today, we will dedicate this segment of this broadcast to Jesus Tega. Is that guy that was very, very vocal under Bukwari. And of course, that was for 8 years. Then he switched, metamorphosed to a Ronuku, but he's a senior one. So the first year of thiefnubu, when people said, oh, this is going to be worse than Bukwari, it won't take that. Then it was, so if you are an active Ronuku today, right, I don't think you can do more than Jesus Tega.
Very well, thank you. How are you two?
You say?
How are you two? How are you doing?
I'm okay. I'm
Good.
okay.
Patriotism means supporting your country at all times, but also supporting the government when they deserve it. Mr. Onakwasa, I put it to you that you came here to misrepresent the facts today as regards subsidy removal. President Tinubu announced subsidy gone on Inauguration Day. And that was effectively pulling out subsidy. So you say he didn't remove subsidy, quoting the PIA law that had been there for a while, is misrepresentation of the facts. That's number one. Number two, since President Tinubu got in... Let me finish, Mr. Onakwasa. Let me finish, please. Secondly, since he got in...
Don't raise your voice at me, young man. Don't raise your voice at me.
Let me finish, Mr. Onakwasa. Let me finish.
I'm your guest.
So since President Tinubu got in,
respect me.
Since President Tinubu got in,
I will
the
walk out of
economy.
your studio if you raise your voice at me.
Mr.
Talk to
Onakwasa,
me respectfully.
you may will take your decision if you want to. I'm asking a question. You might decide to walk out if you want to. Mr. Onakwasa, since President Tinubu came in, the economy has tanked. Is at an all-time low as we speak.
It has not. It has not.
Let me finish my question. Mr. Onakwasa, let me finish my question.
You are a liar.
Mr. Onakwasa, moderate yourself, all right? Moderate yourself.
Do you know what you are doing?
Good.
Listen to me. Young man.
Secondly,
do you know what you are doing?
Since President Tinubu came in, the economy has tanked.
You are pretending to be a journalist.
The indicators are there.
What is the matter with you?
Since he came in, the indicators are there. Number one, the cost of the dollar to the naira.
What is the matter with you?
The cost of the dollar to the naira has tanked tremendously as a result of the fluctuation of the currency. All right, that's one.
Is that Tinubu's fault? Don't you know why naira tanked?
I'm still asking my question. Secondly,
it's been an of your friends.
Because it's been an all-time malaise in the economy as we speak. Cost of living gone up tremendously. All right, and things are really, really south for the economy. So, in all of this, it's been a slopey downward spiral. What would you have to say about all of this, Mr. Onakwasa?
Thank you very much for that question, Rufai Hosseini. Please, Dr. Ruben Abati and my adorable in-law, Mrs. Werey, does anybody have a more reasonable question for me to answer? Because I am not dignifying that insulting question from Rufai with a response. I am not.
Mr. Onakwasa, I will see that you're bailing on my question, and it's all right. It's all right for you to bail out if you don't want to answer it. But
I'm not evading your question. Listen,
please Rufai, answer it if you can.
Rufai, you listen to me. This is not animal psychology. It is law. Okay? If you want to be a journalist, you can be a journalist. And you should learn the ropes for those ahead of you.
Mr. Onakwasa, answer my question.
You can never be my mate. You can never.
Mr. Onakwasa, answer the question. Dignify yourself. Mr. Jegu says that dignify yourself and answer the question.
My God.
Please, dignify yourself
please,
and answer the question.
Can we have peace?
Dignify yourself and answer the question.
Can we have peace in the studio?
My God.
Can we have peace?
What's wrong with this badly brought up little boy?
Mr. Onakwasa,
disrespect me.
Mr. Onakwasa, please calm down.
Mr. Onakwasa, I didn't disrespect you for the last. I just asked the question.
Please, Mr. Onakwasa.
Dr. Bati, let him answer the question.
Okay, do we end this program now? Both of you will not allow me to talk. Should we end the program? No, there's a breakdown of law and order.
Please, Dr. Basi, go
No,
ahead.
maybe we should just end it.
Dr.
No, we can end it.
No,
go ahead, Dr.
Let's go ahead, please.
I'm appealing. Okay, we'll take a short break.
So today, or should I say, that was like in 2024, by the way, last year. And of course, you know, people have always been like, you know, baz, you this and that. And he took that to heart, by the way. He did. The moment of reality or so realization came I believe, after that encounter with Rufai. So the next time we saw him after that, he made a video to call on thiefnubu not to admit people like Bulaba. As you know, don't give him appointment. Why are you bringing all the people that abused us, called us names, called us bad idiots? Or he made video then, and we all laughed. He made another video, right, to condemn those who are decamping to come and join thiefnubu, even though things are becoming very, very difficult. Mr. Onapasa was suffering from God knows what health condition, by the way, right? And we all have our issues. You know what I mean? And that's more reason why a lot of you should never be so selfish, so blinded by tribal, religious, ethnic, ignorance, and other biases. You should never be blinded, because if the society, if the country is working, politicians don't need to pay for PR the way they are doing right now, because you will be their PR. A lot of you can't afford, a lot of Nigerians can't afford their medication anymore, and they are dying slowly. Onapasa has a name, and the last time we saw him, he wasn't looking well. And you could tell, he was not only angry, he was disappointed. You could feel it. Guess those who mocked him. First, the Ronokus, and of course, everyone else kind of likes, But to some, it was like, man, this is no hunger. There is more. And he expressed his disappointment in thiefnubu. So he died disappointed.
Very well, thank you. How are you two?
You say?
How are you two?
Which don't deal when the people are hungry? Is it that easy for you to be a done deal? Let's feed our citizens. Let's govern well. It's not a question of people defecting to our party. It's a question of us ruling well. And in that angle, we have failed woefully. President Bola Tinubu has failed woefully to rule well, to provide food for Nigerians, to give them succor in this hard times. Let me come to this. The governor of Delta State, who recently defected to our party, is actually my cousin, Sheriff Werey Wike. I don't have the slightest idea why he defected to our party. He did not tell me he was defected to our party. I wish him well. But I don't think it has value to him, or he has value to our party, or he adds value to Delta State. But I just wish him well. This whole idea of let everybody be, let us just keep packing people into our party, that's not democracy. The interesting thing, Ruben, is that you must always have opposition, because people must disagree. This idea of a one-party state is simply unattainable. There must be disagreement. Even in our party, we disagree. We are not even a one-party in our party. Is it Nigeria that will become a one-party state? It's a waste of time. So, I wish my dear cousin, Sheriff Werey Wike, well. I welcome him to our party. But I don't think this idea of everybody joining one party is good for democracy. I don't even understand why he left his party. Does not make any sense to me. Does not at all. I think President Tinubu should concentrate more on bringing down prices of goods and services, strengthening democratic values, and all this idea of people coming to our party. That's not what is going to make us win the election in 2027.
They should take her.
I can tell you, just a minute, Ruben. I can tell you for free, Ruben, that at this rate we are going, all these things will help us in 2027. If we are not careful, Bola Tinubu will end up as a one-term president quote me, which
the moment of truth. And there are thousands like him. You know, it is sad that you would watch people be so dishonest, right? Simply because their own favorites are those in power. When power is not game. So thiefnubu and his gang, it's a game. A lot of you are just being emotional. That's what they will tell you. You're just being emotional. It's a game, you know. You win some, you lose some. Politics is not a game. Especially if it is a game for these mindless criminal politicians. It shouldn't be a game for you. If you want, I mean, because their actions, their inactions, and what have you, impacts on your life. I don't know how many people who have actually died because before now, right, they've had serious health issues that they have been managing for years. The moment the economy took a different turn, do you know how many of them suffered long enough before they finally died and they didn't make it to the news? Yeah? I mean, if I have to use, I'm not a doctor, and they say it's not really good to diagnose somebody by just looking at them, but maybe this one off, right? I look like a diabetes that probably got out of hand. Yeah? People are choosing between food. And guess what? Jesutega is not one of those data boys. So this was supposed to be a responsible man. There are people, many like that. This was supposed to be a legal practitioner. He's not, see, forget about Bantazo. That man is not one of those data boys that they sent 10,000 naira to. No. These are those who convinced themselves that all these criminals, they can actually do good. And everyone else is just a novice, somebody who had no idea, who didn't understand politics. To them, their education is to help explain the ineffective, corrupt criminals parading themselves as your leaders. Their own job is to explain what they are doing to you. That's by lying to you. You know? That young man that went to Nigeria, sorry if that makes you feel somehow, because honestly speaking, I wish I could actually put this somewhere and be reading it like a poem every now and then. Maybe I'll even make a video of it. The young man is Ola, who lives abroad. He traveled to Nigeria. I read about him yesterday, right? Majority of those who pretend that they have sense, they have brains, and they go on TV, they go online to seek for these fossils, right? These relics, these criminals. Majority of them are practically digging their own graves or hoping that somebody else will fall into it and die. People are suffering. And I'm talking about this is beyond food now. It's not just food now. People are struggling when a medication that used to cost 5,000 naira is being sold for 40,000, 35,000 naira. For real. And this is the medicine that kind of like keeps you alive. Then you will secretly be adjusting until you can't adjust anymore. And then you have to take its toll on you. So even if you are supporting people like elections, right? Let's even say that elections, it means everybody should have their own choice. And I shouldn't by any means like be too upset about your choice. But what do you do in the face of monumental failure from the same people that you supported, and you are going through hell? There's some higher people on TV, on radio, online are telling you that the hell you are going through is okay, it's normal. Like they are telling you that it's okay, so it's all right. Don't listen to anybody. You need to suffer. You'll be fine later. I guess, you know, the saddest part is that Those who are telling you that, they are the same people who told you the same thing for 8 years under Bukwari. It was trying to resave Nigeria, recover Nigeria from what PDP did for 16 years. It cannot finish the fixing of Nigeria in 8 years, I mean, in 4 years, in 5 years, in 6 years, in 7 years, until they said, well, his job is completed now. He has fixed Nigeria in 8 years. Few months after he left, 2 days after he left, the same people who are now telling us that Nigeria is worse, is bad, and Tinubu is the one that's coming to fix it. Everybody's suffering from that. That's what I don't understand. You are, I mean, let's assume that people who are paid, or those who expect to be rewarded, are the ones who are trying to force this on you, to make you feel like whatever you are going through is nice. But what about you? You won't call. You won't call. What about yourself that is passing through all of this? And every time they say, thiefnubu is a Yoruba, you join them. You join them. The Igbos are coming to come and take our land. They are insulting our leaders. You are so worked up. You are so invested in that while they are busy destroying your lives. And I know some of you, until you become that direct victim, right? It's just noise making. So when that shege hook or not pasa, tell me to tell me, his last words was to say, thiefnubu near escape. This is a ronuku. A die add ronuku to papa die. You know what they say? They say, Omo, thiefnubu die, I don't die. You. I've been processing that. Listen.
I'm not leaving my party for anybody. I'm a foundational member of the APC. And I'm not leaving it for anybody, including President Tinubu. Now, if you see the truth, you see the Bible says, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set you free. You cannot pretend, even you, Ruben, you can't pretend that there is no hunger in the land. You cannot pretend that people are not finding it difficult to make ends meet. That's all. In fact, when Bola Tinubu called us to support him, he promised to make food cheap. You know, at that time we were being insulted. We are Agbadorians. We are this, we are that. You know. So we told him, we said, let us just produce food. And that's what he promised us. Only for him to come to power and then, in fact, only God understands what he's doing. That's his headache. I'm not leaving my party for anybody. Not at all. But I'm certainly not supporting him for 2027. And I'm going to make sure, go to gather with, it's not even PDP people. PDP is just a ridiculous party. They are not serious. It is us in APC who are dissatisfied with him, that who put him in power. We are the ones that will remove him from the power. I can assure you of that. I'm not
move past you. You know I'm rich me guy. I swear to God that talk I'm move past you. I'm move past you gege. I'm move past you. Ask anybody. See, you go argue this thing, but I swear to God I'm move past you. You don't see where they move before. Me gege. I'm move past you. I'm move past you. You know I'm rich me guy. I swear to God that talk I'm move past you. I'm move past you gege. I'm move past you. Ask anybody. See, you go argue this thing, but I swear to God I'm move past you. You don't see where they move before. Me gege. I'm move past you. I'm move past you. You know I'm rich me guy. I swear to God that talk I'm move past you. I'm move past you gege. I'm move past you. Ask anybody. See, you go argue this thing, but I swear to God I'm move past you. You don't see where they move before. Me gege.
So that's like when two APC, when they are talking to themselves. You get that now? So it could be like, say, you know, two mumus having conversation. So we pray for the repose of the soul of the departed, because we are all going to die anyway. There are some ways that that it is like, you know, death should naturally come or come by accident. You know, those are the two ways people die. Even if they kill yourself in an accident, because like, you know, sharp like that. Or you fall ill, you're unwell, and they're like trying to expect you to recover and the rest, and then boom, you die. We are all going to die. Whether you die at the age of 1 or you die at the age of 100, right? You will still die. But there's something about living, which is what I preach all the time. I say people should do everything to make sure that nothing holds them down or holds you back. Before you die, right, Baba? Make you try at least live first. Many people are not living. The lives some of Nigeria, the lives that many Nigerians are living are the lives forced on them by the system that these rogues put in place. Do you get that now? So everybody will die. But you see the kind of death that people are facing in that contraption. Baba, there are some of them you shouldn't wish on your worst enemy. We're having a chat at my friend's place the other day. And he categorically said, about all these things they are saying, people hungry and all of that. Have you ever seen anybody that fell down on the street and say it's because he was hungry? I said, have you not? I said, no, it's not possible. People will still give you something. You get that now? The innocent him is hoping that some of these things are not as bad. They are bad, though, but they are not as bad as some people are trying to make it. You know, some of you are in that category. Yeah? And you're like, yeah, things are not, I mean, it's the same all over the world. Nigeria is not exempted. There are poor people all over the world, so it's not a big deal, you know, and all of that stuff. Some of you are doing that innocently, okay? So what did I do? I said, about people, they fall down or road that people thought something happened to them, only for when they revived them, they realized that now hunger. There are videos online. And immediately I mentioned about 2, because there were viral videos of Nigerians who are being fed food. A woman that fell with a child on her back and another child with her, they fell in the market. Some of you should remember this. That's why I told you. And I was like, I remember. Yeah. I've seen a woman that traveled from, maybe now from Edel to Oshogbo, right? Somebody who traveled, in Osun State, a woman traveled and she took 2 of her children and entered one of these farm trucks from one town to the state capital also, right? And when she got there, she took her child, went to the market. She went to a woman that was selling grains, right? Gari. So she took one paint. Is that what you got? Paint top. That I don't know what you call it, but paint top, right? That one. So she took one, and they said, well, that was for 3,000 something or 5,000 something. I can't remember the price again. It was ridiculous money. You know what she did? True story. As I'm saying this now, some of you should remember. You know what she did? She said, I have forgotten my bag. The last place that we bought something. You know what? Joma, my daughter stay with you here, all right? While I go back and pick up my bag in the other place, and I'll come back and pay for this Gary. And the woman who was also busy was like, no, it's all right. You come and sit down here. Joko Sibi. And guess what? The woman returned back to her village. So it was at the end of the night, they were like, wait, where's your mother? Please help me. A woman came here with her child, bought so and so, didn't pay me and said she would come back. But she left. So it was that elderly one that now led them to their hometown. When they got to their house, they saw the remaining children with the mama and the papa. They were drinking the Gary. The police, the child support, be wherever. The woman will sell Gary. When they asked the woman, why would you even do that? Why would you take your child and just leave? She said it was hunger. That in her mind, she felt like her daughter, who was probably about 13 or so, she's old enough that she can talk. And if for any reason they wanted their money. She could work for them. And, you know, I was like, what can poverty make someone do? Gary, true story. So there are so many of you that sometimes you may think, well, it's not that bad. I've heard some of you say, oh, Baba, I understand that Nigeria is hard, but Nigerians are lazy. Some of you don't understand some of these things. And I'm not saying that you've not been there. A lot of us have left that life so for far too long that we don't even understand that the life we have right now is actually a life of privilege. I'm not saying it was handed to you. Like, we all know our stories. We all know what we did to get to wherever we are in life today, right? But that little privilege you have, you don't understand. You know, you do not. However, those of you who are secretly supporting those whose actions is to extinguish you. You know, sometimes, you know, events like this or somebody's stories like this, they are meant for, you know, sober reflection, soul searching. I don't know, anything that you can just look back and be like, oh, more. I don't want to die in pain, excruciating pain caused by hunger or by other things that I can no longer manage. Can you imagine? Do you know how many Nigerians that are suffering from diabetes, suffering from high blood pressure? And some will tell you that, in fact, the situation they face every now and then makes their health deteriorate. They are being economically strangled. Their health is also in the process becoming compromised. So at some point, even if you are pushing and pushing and pushing, if things don't change, a single crash. So now you understand why ending the system that they have made you to normalize this kind of ineptitude, right? Should be your primary goal by all means. Or, you know, I can't really tell you what to do or what not to do. So, Mr. To the family of Onokpasa, Jesu Tega, and everyone, we commiserate with you. And then we pray for the repose of his soul, so we can say he should rest in peace. And this is from me. The rest of you can say whatever you have to say to him. It won't change anything. And don't let anybody say, listen, no, don't let anybody gaslight you. If you feel like costing anyone simply because of how strong you feel about everything, do it. Don't be an hypocrite, okay? Just do it. It makes you feel better. Don't let anybody say that, I don't say that about the dead. No. Say whatever you want to say about the dead. That's why we are advising everybody to please do the right thing when you are alive. And nobody is above any mistake, by the way. We all make mistakes, right? It is doubling down, not accepting responsibility for your own decisions and all of that, right? Kind of defines you, defines who you are. So please do what is right when you are alive so that we won't have to come and lie at your funeral. Oh, he is a great man. Oh, he was such a very, very honest man. Come on. So do what is right while you are here. Don't support evil that destroys people's lives and call it politics. You have your choice. I have my choice. You have your choice. And once your choice keeps destroying people's lives, automatically you can actually be tagged, you know, a potential enemy that is after other people's lives. That is beyond just choices, you know. So Onokpasa, he won't be voting for thiefnubu just the same way he promised. So just what he promised, but probably not the way he wanted it, okay? Onokpasa said himself and others, they would not be voting for thiefnubu. He is right. He won't be voting for thiefnubu, right? So Onokpasa said difference is that before Onokpasa gave up the ghost, he realized the whole charade, the whole lie that he's been part of for the past 10 years. And the same platform he used in becoming prominent Agbadorian or Runuku, The same platform is the same is what he used to tell everybody that it's all scam, lies. It's different from Donyo Kwigbe. Donyo Kwigbe, who was at the threshold of death, did not, for any reason, regret his actions. Rather, he doubled down too. So to hell with him. And Onopasa, maybe we can say rest in peace to him. But it's up to you. That's me. Again, don't let anybody gaslight you how you express yourself about this whole thing. All right? Let them call you emotional. So be it. Those ones who are still alive, right? Listen. Just pray, okay? That we won't have to possibly come around and say, oh, really? So you could be affected. You know, that stuff. Nobody owes you any form of, rest in peace. Nobody owes you that. Anybody who says that, they are just saying it to themselves, to make themselves feel good. You know, we're all going to die. But before we die, let's live first. Okay? So, the Obidients and the Obidient family. One of you hosted one of the Tinubu's foot soldiers. And I'm talking about Alex Soti, whose utterance yesterday got some people thinking, you know, is he going to end up? He's been a member of, I don't know if some of you remember that Alex Soti was once a member of APC, right? So, yeah, before he joined you in labor and all that. So there is a palpable fear that, hey, there's fire on the mountain. Oh, what do you go do if Alex Soti tomorrow decided to go and join them in APC? A very huge question that threw up a lot of mixed emotion, you know. That's what you're going to do. Some of you are automatically going to start supporting APC. I said some, not all, right? Talking to you, the Obidients. I don't know how you reacted to this yesterday, right? But there's something else that happened today. First, Uzokalu and Alex Soti. He also said something, by the way. I don't know if that's part of the script, okay? Alex Soti said, whatever he is doing right now in Abia State, he's using the templates designed or put in place by Oji Uzokalu. And I'm like, okay. What template is that? Is that not giving you the vibe of those who told you that Tinubu had the Lagos master plan? And you ask them, where's the master plan? There's no master plan. But they keep talking about the master plan. They say, okay, what is that master plan? Tell me about it. Or the master plan said what? Or Eko Atlantic City is the master plan. There is no master plan. Fashola will tell you that use the Tinubu's master plan. Where is it? Where is the copy? And everybody, because they just have to kind of give the ball. Alex Soti saying that to Uzokalu. Where is the template? Let me take you to Abia before we come back to Abuja and see what Obi and the Obidients they are up to. They are up to something. You should pay attention. Abia.
How are you guys?
So hopefully when it deserve. If it pleases God that people deserve are we here. 10
10,000 opponents. 1 million. 1 million opponents cannot stop.
That's correct. That's correct.
And I do that from my background. And if God says, I gave you only 4 years, 10 billion supporters cannot go be there. Yes. I mean, in fact, my father was a pastor. So, I know that. So, well, you won't be there and wait to be there. If I don't want to waste my time responding to you. But I don't respond. Good. You want to say, who are you? Who tells you there? So, because today I have been and I should this today positive. And when people comes and we are there and discussing it. If you are not discussing it with yourself, and if you are close to me, you will know that I have refused. He knows my future. My life is not a living joy because he lives. Thank you, Father, for being here.
Atiku Abubakar is a personal friend of mine. Amechi is a personal friend of mine. P2B is my friend and brother. And your in-law. And my in-law. My wife is from Anambra State, so you want to take away the woman. It's not possible. Erufai is my personal friend and my brother. So their position is what I don't understand. What I understand is that APC is on course, and I have many triggers to pull out for APC, but not for coalition. So this is my brother. Brother is brother. And brother is doing well. I did my village to here 1 hour. It was only when I was governor people used to go to that road on that level. When I left as governor, honestly, for 16 years there were no investments in Abia North. That is the truth. They are putting investment, and I'm very pleased. They supporting Tinubu. He has no problem with it. I don't want to talk about coalition. There are many people in coalition. I talk about OT supporting Tinubu and Tinubu supporting OT. That is my deal. I'm not into coalition. Okay, recently, APC is the largest party in Africa.
Nuisance Lele. That's the ex-con. Oji Uzokalu. Chike Maman. Thank you. Hope you're all right, right? Thanks a lot for that. And thanks to all of you as well who have liked the broadcast, especially on YouTube. So thank you. So people are kind of feeling like, what's going to happen if Alex Soti, who has said that he's been friends, he's been speaking in a way that some people are not comfortable. For instance, he said he's been friends with thiefnubu for a very long time. thiefnubu is doing fine with all his policies. That's what he said. He said, yeah, some of these policies are tough, but thiefnubu is doing fine. So you know what? And this is a kind of a vibe that, irritates an average obedient. Now, let's talk about the obedient, by the way. You see, so some of you who possibly stumbled on the Mayegun's diary political recently, there's a bit of a reminder you need to know. You see, me, Mayegun, I am pro breakup of Nigeria, with like track records of my work in educating the people on why it is so important. But presently, in reality, we do not have the number to upstage these rogues, because you cannot shave a man's head behind his back if the people who are trapped in this contraption do not choose to leave. Like, if they are not done, to say we are done, no. If they are not done, there is almost next to nothing people like us can do. And then we have now resorted to, you know what? How about we sit back, relax, and watch this whole implosion go up? But here is an add-on. There are those who believes that they love the one Nigeria, like this one Nigeria thing, they like it, but not this particular one. They want a different one that represents their own true sort of like a yearning as the younger generation and all that. Okay, so they believe that they could face the establishment, right? The established political system, right? Face them, upstage them, and then install the true, real people's government. There are those from my own kind of belief that believes these guys are just deluded. You get that? Some of you watching this are like, they're just deluded. Nobody can save that contraption. Not even Obi. Not even this or that. You get with that strong. Why is Mayegun making you interested in? No, I don't think like that. Because sometimes, in fact, all the time, in this book, Obidients, don't take offense. You see, in this book, right? It's called 48 Laws of Power. Now, you see, in this book, there is one of the law that says, you should use the cat claws, all right, to take out a very hot charcoal. That simply means if the establishment believes that they have the monopoly of the violence, they don't. And the only group of people that genuinely have what it takes, even if you have to say it is out of ignorance, they have what it takes, that if they should use it, they have what it takes to smash this establishment for real. And they are the obedient. So many people are upset with them, like angry with them, that they have the number. They could have used number in 2023 to put an end to what is currently happening. For me, I'm not going back to kind of feel like I blame them for that anymore. No. You know what I'm working on? I want to encourage you, the obedient, to know that, because you've had that experience, Abi, to know that to dislodge these criminals, you must be willing and ready to match them violence for violence. You understand what that means? Like, because that's all they have. You are a group of people who have proven that money is not the reason why you are doing what you are doing. You've shown that they said, oh, Nigeria is so rotten that even if you mean well, even if the people want change, on the day of election, they still want you to give them money. And because of that, it is a pure waste of time. So somebody like me is a pure waste of time. Right? But to disobedient, it is not. It is not a waste of time. So if you want to then go, right, you must be willing to match them violence for violence. I don't preach violence, so you know what I'm talking about. You know? And it seems something is cooking. So somebody wrote a book, and it is to capture all that happened before, during, and after your 2023 charade. Your lapses, the conspiracies, and all of that stuff that worked against you, including when you were expected to strike, stand up and reject a fraudulent election than to be lamenting about it later. All of that is sort of like stated in that book. And Obi was there to speak. See, it is not that book that actually matters, yeah? Even though it does matter, because if you are now seeing these young people joining politics, the ones that, the Obidients, they're like different from the traditional political support base and all that. So their own way right now, their movement is to educate these newbies and tell their own stories themselves. So in a nutshell, the reason why the Obidients, Peter Obi, Obidients, including Showore and his own supporters will always have a very, very good sort of like a support on Mayegun's diary political is not because we are interested in your one Nigeria, right? But it is because through you, when you understand, because some of you have kind of come to reality that Nigeria is so messed up that it is almost irredeemable. To you, to us, it is irredeemable, but to some of you, it is almost irredeemable. Now you are beginning to have an idea why Nigeria didn't work and it will never work. So this, this encouragement of you getting your PVC and all of that will go ahead. You now realize that those who have the power to rig you out also have the power to threaten you never to react to being rigged out, Abi. And a lot of you are kind of like angry. Like, what kind of system is it? That energy, that number is what is needed. Now, I have said this before. I'm saying it again. All right. The corrupt system you had in Nigeria will keep the corrupt in power, even when they claim to be opposition. They are not. But you see, those of you obedient, as they have shown that they hated you that much, right? They've called you so many things. It's because they dread you. Do you know what they dread? What they dread most is that they should rig you out, and then you shut down the country. Number one, all those people you are seeing so powerful, the Werey Wike and the rest of them, they will run away. And that's their worst fear. That's why you see them talk tough. They talk tough, they spread messages to spread fear, they threaten you, all those things they are doing. Deliberate, but you see the day you have a reason to actually hit them up, where tribalism, ethnicism, religionism or whatever could no longer hold you. That is the vision they have. Your election won't actually fix that contraption, but it could be a catalyst for it. So that's why if you come on Mayegun's diary political and you begin to see that Mayegun, you are not criticizing. Number one, there is no point in criticizing somebody that is not contributing to what you are facing right now. Imagine people having to want to have opinion about what Obi would do or would not do, or what he didn't do in Anambra, and they are under thiefnubu right now. Do you understand that kind of a thing? So that's why when you come onto Mayegun's diary political, it's not because we interested in your Ushelu per se, but here we are. Yeah, all those ones like when we were younger, it's this song. In fact, it's like a folklore, right? Because in the process, it will affect a lot of other things, right? It will affect a lot of other things. The moment this establishment is dislodged by the angry people who are tired and done for, like they are done, a lot of things will happen. A lot of things, including deciding if you still want to keep this contraption or not. And it's almost getting there. So that is why, when you see me advise you to please use your number or use your stand to push and ensure that some certain things actually are done before you participate in their charade. I'm just trying to be kind of nice. it doesn't really matter. Because whether we like it or not, eventually you're all probably going to still go out there, put poster up. You're already doing it. Everybody's already preparing for your 2027, right? But my own is that if they rig you, because they will rig you, what are you going to do? Here is what Obi told his Obidients in Abuja today. Because like I said, they wrote a book, and the book is called the political journey or something of Obi, right? Now, in that book, like I said, they pre, during, and post 2023, which they claim that they have learned their lesson. The fake results published by Yakubu is also part of the book where Peter Obi or Obi, the political change agent. That's the name of the book. Obi, the political change agent. Now, in that is to ensure that their his own young supporters have the deeper understanding of what is happening and what is expected of them, including mobilizing this time around their own young, old representatives in 774 local government areas. They are now saying anybody who says the vote won't count, we will count them. We will together get rid of them. Now, they are talking about building a structure that, will be filled with these millions of these Obidients. It will come to nothing if they break bottle, maybe they shoot gun, everybody run away, or they chase all of you out of a collation center and the rest of that. It will be of no use. They said, no, it's not going to happen again. How? I don't know. But listen to Obi at the event. Sorry about the audio, by the way.
Nigeria, we are not at war. Nigerians are in refugee camp in their own country. Nigerians are refugee in Chad. Nigerians are refugee in Cameroon. And we are not at war. The only reason is that we don't have a government who cares for the people. People are being killed daily. Nobody goes to say to them, we're sorry. Nobody visits them. Nobody cares. All you get in Nigeria is that some people are rich so they can afford to celebrate. We're not going to where we're going to do celebration, close streets, do this and everything. So please continue to sacrifice. That's all I can beg you. Continue to do what is possible in your only two ways to support. People are being killed every day. Nigerians are dying every day. What we are doing is to use the resources. I visited so many primary health care where there's no toilet, where there's no nothing. All we are doing is to use resources to build, renovate house, renovate building, build mansion, do this and everything. That's all we are doing. They make you local government chairman. They make you governor. They make you president. That's all you want to do. Is to renovate a house that doesn't need renovation. So you'll be more comfortable. At the expense of other people. If you go and do conference center in a place where women are dying, and so you saw the report by the latest report that the worst place to give birth is in Nigeria. People are dying every 7 minutes. Yes, we have all sophisticated building, all mansions, and that is what we want to dismantle, so that it will be good for everybody. I'm only thanking you people for your commitment, staying on, and assuring you people that if we work together, we go through them.
back to your villages and tell them that what we have today, we must gang up to remove this because it's not sustainable. It is not sustainable. People will come as usual with grammar, telling you story. Please ask about their background. Ask who they are. If they say they serve anywhere, ask them how did they do it? What did they do? So that we will know how we can fix and fix this country and make it work. So I give you everybody once more. It is not a job of making too much speech. I just thank those who are here who participated in launching the book, the Civil Senator. I thank all of you for being around. Maybe one of these days we'll continue our politics. But remember, go back and keep telling people, today we have a system that does not care for you, does not care for anybody. Anybody who tells you that the government today is caring for you, or that all those big men are caring for you, is not true. Otherwise, we have millions who are not in school. Otherwise, we not have millions. We don't know where next meal will come from. Otherwise, we have, like you've seen in some of the things I've mentioned here, that any country, those in government are richer than those in business, is producing poverty. Because a simple definition of money is that it's the exchange of value. So when people are corrupt and stealing money, they're not giving any value back. So they are producing poverty. So we must use our money to purchase value. That is what we are lacking now. And that is why you have people say to me, oh, you said you're going to federalize or devalue the currency or do this. I say, well, listen, in an organized manner. Because if you remove illicit money and the criminal money around, you will be able to get the value at the right space. But because everybody is stealing or stealing the same dollar, nobody knows the rate. If I have stolen 1 million naira and I go to buy dollar, will I think about the rate? No. Because in Nigeria, we are not out to work.
So, directly to his own supporters, by the way, right? Let me give you the idea of what they have announced so far, right? So they said they are building their Obidients representative, which is like they are not just their they are actually representative for what is still to come. That's your 2027. All right. And somebody said, oh, people that once they bring Tinubu's money now, some of them will collect it and come on. You see, that's a problem. Right? The reason why some of these guys actually hated these obedient people is because a lot of these guys supporting this Tinubu and others, PDP, APC, these are normal political jobbers, data boys. Majority of them, after, attaining social media status, the next line is to become special advisor, personal assistant, or social media advisor to any politician in their party. So they always aspire. That's their And of course, because they see those who get those appointments because they are so active on social media, that so whenever election is coming, some of them are always hanging around waiting for their party to give them money or the candidate to send money to them before they will begin to promote that person. Because if they don't give them money, they will start promoting somebody else. It is always like that. But you, the Obidients, came and they started screaming, we know they give shishi, we know they give shishi. And guess what people said? It's just pure waste of time. You know they give shishi, you know they give shishi. So do you really think some of you are just so unsure because you think social media is real life, Abi? But they have done it. They have proven it. One of the things that possibly got them so unsure, I want to say that, maybe unsure if they should actually take on the establishment or not, is they themselves said they identify some of their own shortcomings. I mean, they were not represented in all the polling units across the country. They were not represented in almost 1/3 of the entire country, or if not 2/3, right? So that in itself is one argument against them. I say, how could you win when you don't have representatives? So where they did have their own representatives, right? Do you think they were not offered money? But eventually, it became so hard for the establishment to even rig the election that they had to mess the entire thing up. That made Tinubu today illegitimate president. You get that? So if you sit there and you look at them, for instance, you look at him and you're like, look at this, so this one won't challenge Tinubu. Well, I'm going to believe that you have not learned anything. You probably have a very, very thick skull that you can't really learn anything. Don't get me wrong, because you can't sit there. Look at these people who have who have made Nigeria and so who have made Tinubu and his illegitimate regime almost unpopular. Don't take that away from them. Since 2022, when the Obidients and Peter Obi and his people have been featuring in this your political conversation, they have been at the top of every conversation every day for more than 3 years now. So don't sit there and just talk down and be like, it's not going anywhere. That's so easy to say. It's very all right if you probably don't like him, or sure you get. Me, I don't like what they are doing. But sometimes I just feel like, Baba, somebody needs to do something. Something needs to be happening. If you actually expect a spark that is eventually going to possibly alter the entire fake and rotten system, something needs to be happening. A lot needs to be happening, but one of them is meant to spark. People were putting their own money. They made it so hard for people who have been running criminal enterprise for so long. 1 year money, 1 year gathering. And Yakubu had to allocate 6 million votes to them. Do you think 6 million votes is like? So don't sit down there and look at him the same way you see his voice, Adobe. His voice is like a feminist voice. His voice is like a woman voice. Look at this one. I can't even hear what he's saying. Oh, he's wasting his time. 2023 will not be like 2027. It's because you are among those people who wrote them up in 2023, and you are still writing them off right now. Me, I'm not writing them off. You see, for one thing, I'm sure that you may be right, and that is a rigged and rotten system will continue to stop them. And that's exactly what we want to happen. They are putting the structure in place right now, right? Building their own team. And if they say they are building their team, and you can take this to the bank, they are not perfect, you will say, right? Every one of them or around them knows that it's not actually for the immediate gratification. That's a good thing. So meaning, if they put together their representatives in 774 local government areas, and out of 774 local government areas, let's say 200 local government areas, right? Representatives in 200 local government areas sold out. But that itself is not even up to 1/3. of the entire thing. So what that means is that if there is if they can put together the evidence of them being rigged, they have the number to shut the country down. So you may not be laughing then, and your thiefnubu may not be strategic then. Until then, please don't count your chicken while you still have the eggs. Don't kind of write them off the way you did the last time. Because they themselves are saying now that it is going to have to be violence for violence, but if you want to start violence for violence with people who are coming for you, you first need to certify who are with me. Raise up your hand. And I think they have that.
Because for me, it's still part of the feeling that I have. So take me any exchange. But if I'm going to exchange the value, I'll ask, if I buy dollar like this, will I be able to turn it around? But we have huge illicit money pursuing the dollar. So the rate is irrelevant. And that is what we want to dismantle so that it will work. They remove fuel subsidy. They say, I will remove it. But I have said consistently that I have first removed the criminality in the subsidy. Because if you remove the criminality, today fuel that between 500, 600, and dollar have not even to be above 1,000. And from there, when you start production, it start coming down. It's a simple thing. It has happened in Angola. It has happened in Angola. It's actually happening in Ghana now. If you follow Ghana, by December, their money was 14 plus something to the dollar. Today it's about 10 something. Because they're now beginning to see a transparent government. That's how exchange is, it's confidence. But when you have illicit money, stolen money, chasing it, it will not work. And that's what we want to dismantle. So I thank all of you for being part of Ike's book. This is not me, I haven't written any book because by the time I write my own, I would have finished all this and start telling people how we go from Abuja to Kafanchan to this. Because all these people are not moving around. We now have a system that is totally unproductive. I was telling somebody in a car who was driving to Kafanchan, I said, to tell you how, whether this country is producing anything or not, let's mark the number of trailers we pass on the road. Ask Sanko them. He didn't pass any trailer. I said, so, you don't have way. The trailers are not passing carrying goods. That shows an unproductive country. Because every other country, you see trucks carrying goods. But we didn't need trucks carrying goods. We didn't see rail carrying goods. There's this rail. When people say Korean masters, I disagree. The problem is Nigerian masters. Korean masters came here and built rail to Kafanchan for ginger. We destroyed it. He built rail for Kanu, rail to Medugri. Every year rail went before was source of agricultural product or manufactured product. We just shut it down. Because we're taking canoe from Kanu. So where are those rails? They are not there. Trailers are not there. We are now hungry. And every day, people are begging for food. But we have land. Every day, land all over the place. So I thank all of you for being part of this. Let us continue to sacrifice. There's no shortcut to it. If we use shortcut, we will not get there. It is sacrifice. You've seen it every day. We must continue. At this stage, we are going to look for people all over. From those who will be in House of Assembly, those who will be in House of Representatives, those who will be in this. It is important. That is the thing we didn't do last time. We now want genuine people who want to be in the House. If If you want to make money from politics, know that you are part of this problem. So don't tell us that you're going listen. This time around, we will make sure that we are everywhere. We will vote, the vote will count, and those who think they will not count it, we will count them.
You know, that's his own parting word. Those who say they shouldn't count the vote, it will count them. You know, you have my own destiny. You know what I mean? You need to push on. You need to push on. You need to push on to get your PVC and the rest of that. So that you can have a reason to join the revolution now. Because when it starts, there's a chance that Obi himself would have to excuse himself if he gets to that side, all right? Because something shad needs to happen. And we don't know which of them is going to be. So, for the likes of Omoyele Sowore, 2027 is a long time. Let it start now. But it's not got the number. Unfortunately, the Nigerians that are supposed to be on that are not. So right now, they've already put out the posters for convergence points, you know, like where everyone is expected to assemble in what the Take It Back movement called the protest against the bad governance. I'm gonna have this sticker here. Yeah. See? So those of you possibly watching from Nigeria who want to be part of that too, right? Here you go. You have the names, the location, the states, rather. You have the states, you have the locations, and they are expected to join the nationwide June 12 protest against bad governance, against hunger. Well, wishes that they have the number. Again, I really do wish they had the number. So here is the image. You look at this image. Bill was talking about train. Look at this image, right? That's Mokwa. Do you know that that thing you have above people's head is a train track or rail track? They got washed off during that Mokwa flood, disaster. And this is what I just don't understand now is how did it get here? Did the water wash it off enough that it took it to another location, or did the water wash off every sand underneath it and left it like it's on the hill? Because that is not a bridge. Part of the disaster or physical infrastructural destruction that the flooding caused in Niger State a few days ago. 261 people died, by the way, from that tragedy. Fortunate one. So going forward again, I have a small clip that can be a little bit heartbreaking, okay? This family, they are protesting against the management of Luth, that's the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital, Lagos. So they are protesting against them because when they said they brought their dad to this hospital, they paid about 900,000 or something to the hospital, and somehow their father still died. Now they want the body, the corpse, and the hospital won't release the corpse the hospital will release the corpse except they pay 1.5 million naira, and they're like, no, we're not paying. He's dead. What's the 1.5 million naira for? This was in Lagos earlier today.
My father is in pain. He lost his son at 36 years old. That's why we come to 1.9 million. That's go quick. We paid you people in full. He's in the ICU for 15 days. We paid you in full. Over 7 million naira. Why you need that? What do I cook for 1.9 million? 1.9 million. You are saying you shoot us. I need that. Only blue cross on you are. And the show there. Only on the chatty. Yes. You people killed himself. We brought him here from Aisha Hospital. He was talking. But since he came here 15 days, for Laju go sorrow. Aramik, and everything in them move and you're not even. In a day. Yes. And he wants to go 1.9 million in Ogun. Without telling us, so the money around Ogun 46,000. Ogun wanted to out of 1.9 million. And the body of Jairo and Jairo. Only Brukuni and Jairo. Jairo and Lokolaka is interesting. My brother was swollen up since Sunday. I want me to woo. I've seen Okumufri, I've seen 15 minutes, I think I've out. If 15 minutes, I'm about better. You know, I'm a saucy baby.
Everywhere, my father, no lasting. So those who don't understand Yoruba, right? Let me loosely tell you what that lady was saying. Again, they took their dad to the hospital, from one hospital to Luth government hospital, and they said he's been there for 15 days, and they've spent over 7 million naira. The latest they took from them was about 900,000 naira, by the way, right? However, the man died. Now, to release his corpse, the hospital management says they've already given him 1.5 million naira medication or drugs, right, before he died. So they are owing them 1.5 million naira. That's how they fled up, and they brought the police to the hospital. I don't know how they resolve it, so don't ask me. I just wanted you to see that there's so many ways Nigeria can happen to you, even if you are dead. You know what I mean? So I saw a video of a young girl. I do see a lot of them on social media, by the way, acting so inappropriate, all right? And then somebody came and he dropped a comment that got me thinking. What did he say? He said, you see, there are some certain deaths that you will die. And when you look back and see your daughter and what she's doing, you will know that there's no way you can rest well. You get what I mean? So that is what Nigeria can be. If the dead can look back and see what his own loved ones are subjected to by those who swore to save lives, right? He will just be like, I'm going to guarantee him my rest in peace. That's how you want rest in peace. You can look back. Not all of us can look back. So the message from the supposed Enugu Igwes, the traditional rulers council of Enugu, to thiefnubu, for thiefnubu, through his wife, is that there is no vacancy in Assholerock in 2027, and they have endorsed Koolu, right? As they've endorsed him for second term. That's a point. So they also successfully installed Werey Wike as Ugo Simba, one of Enugu. Her husband is Dickhead Simba of Anambra. So you can just say Werey Wike is the Ugo Simba for Enugu. Ugo Simba one of Enugu. thiefnubu Bat is the Dickhead Simba one of Anambra. The Enugu Monarchs says no vacancy in Abuja.
So on behalf of my brothers here, my fellow kings, I want to thank you and thank our father. Send this message to him that we thank him. Like I said, there's no vacancy in Assholerock, just like there's no vacancy in the landlord building here.
So the man's name is, they say is Igwe. So Igwe Samuel Asadu is the chairman, Enugu Traditional Rulers Council. I don't know if that's how they are called. For him to go and deliver to her husband. So we'll see what Igwe Asadu will do in Enugu in 2027. But that it's that in service like later. How many of you remember or can remember when Christopher Musa, your CDS, Chief of Defense Staff, mentioned the plan to, or the thought to build walls in northern part of Nigeria, no, like build walls in along Nigeria border in the northern part of the country. Well, it sounded good that they are already muting the idea. How long? What is the stretch of this border? They said they want to fence Nigeria and block the terrorists to those places like Benin Republic, Cameroon, Chad, Mali, where else again? Those ones who shared border with us, right? With the north, rather. So with that, you are going to have like about 5,000. I think it's going to be like 5,000 miles of border. That's what Musa said.
People say, no, it's impossible. Pakistan fenced 1,350 kilometer border with Afghanistan. That was the only time they had peace. Saudi Arabia and Iraq, 1,400 kilometers fenced completely. Can we start thinking of fencing our borders? We have 1,500 kilometers with Niger Republic, 1,900 kilometers with Cameroon. Chad is there. All over us, surrounded by Francophone countries, and the Sahel is heating up.
So maybe fence the border. I don't know how that is going to play out though, right? Because even the helicopters that belongs to the military, there was a time they said some people sold that. I might helicopter military and they won't know about it. They don't talk and go believe say it happened. Like this.
That an auction took place, this. You can't even remember who the people, you can't even remember your own constituents. Federal Ministry of Aviation, you can't even remember who came. Something is wrong. As far as I'm concerned, most likely it was just a charade.
Said the auction of the 2 helicopters was conducted successfully on the 24th of May for a sum of $1.2 million only. See attached evidence. Even though you did not put that here, but in your internal memo, you admitted that you collected $1.2 million for the helicopters. Can you see it?
I don't know.
Should they come and show you?
No.
You have seen it?
Yes.
So you concluded.
So where is the $1.2 million? So where Paul? That is the country that wants to build fence to fence out the terrorists out and in. You see, thank you so much for your time this evening, okay? And I am sorry that I'm still on sabbatical, taking calls, as we are currently not that too many. Don't get me wrong, right? I'm just using the opportunity to ensure that I finish early, then rest. So should you. I will see you some other time. Enjoy the rest of your evening, everyone. And please, if this is you just joining us, you can roll this back and watch it from the start again. To everyone else, thanks for your time. And good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí.
Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one.
Ó sì tún ṣe eré gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o.
Mayegun diary, Naib number one.
Mayegun diary politico.
Mayegun diary, Naib number one.
Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun.
Mayegun diary, Naib number one.
Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o.
Mayegun diary, Naib number one.
Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dódòdó.
Mayegun diary, Naib number one.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí Facebook.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Lórí YouTube.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Wọ́n bàbá gbé wúrẹ́.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ijó ìgbádìyẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Kí gómìnà kówó jẹ.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọlọ́pàá tí ń darí bá.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú.
Mayegun máa wí.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì.
Mayegun ti dé.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o. Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀. Mayegun ó sọ pé wọ́n ò fẹ́ bẹ̀. Oníkan ṣáàtì ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Kì máa yí ṣeré, ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀. Ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o, ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣàyè tú wọn síta.
Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe, ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Mayegun ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù. Lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù. Bọ́tà ń lérí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀gọ̀lọ́mọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti jọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ fòyà. Àìsíwọ́lu ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o. ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Ayégun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kí. Ayégun ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀ súra kí. Ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran.